Hello guys, this is Manik right here. So today I'll discuss about the 3 simple way you can do to pay down your consumer debt. So enjoy. So without further ado, I'll just go straight into the 3 main way you can do to pay down your consumer debt, and that is number 1, you should cut down your expenses. Number 2, you should create a budget. And number 3, you should always pay yourself first. So what do I mean? So let me elaborate. Point number 1 is simple enough. So if you have consumer debt, so more often than not, this is a spending problem. So I was a shopping addict once, and I basically shop myself into debt. So since then, I have spent quite some times to claw myself out of that situation, and I swore to myself I will never ever go back to that situation. So believe me when I say that the first and the most important way you need to do in order to pay off your consumer debt is to first cut down your expenses. Believe me, I know that it would take a lot of sacrifices in order to do this, but you need to do it. I mean, you need to stop spending unnecessarily on things that you doesn't need. I mean, so what you need to do is to have a self-discipline and control your impulse buying by constantly questioning yourself whether you need the things that you are going to buy or not. The most simple question you can ask yourself is my life is going to be affected if I don't have the thing that I'm going to buy? If the answer is no, then you don't need to buy the stuff because your life will not be affected. So what are those stuff that affect your life? These stuff would be like food, clothing, housing. So these are the stuff that you need to survive. So the first thing you need to do in order to pay off your consumer debt is to go through your monthly expenses and cut down those that is not necessary. So cut it down, minimize your expenses, and at the same time you need to have a budget also. So once you cut down your expenses, you will need to control and maintain your current lifestyle. By having a budget, we can make sure that we always live below our mean. So one major reason people go into debt is that they spend the money well beyond their mean to pay it. I mean, basically, when you are taking on debt, you are borrowing money from your future self. So I mean, this money would have to be paid back together with interest, and it will going to be very expensive, and it will cost you a lot, and it is definitely not worth it. So you need to have a budget to make sure that you always live below your mean. So you need to make sure that your expenses is always less than the money you are earning. Once you can do that, you need to stick to that budget and have self-discipline to not spend or have any impulse buying. So you need to stick strictly to the budget. You definitely don't want to go overboard and be too strict with yourself, but you definitely need to make sure that your expense is well below your earning also. Once you can do that, you can go to the third point, and that is you need to always pay yourself first. So by saying pay yourself, I'm not meaning that you should buy yourself some fancy watches or some fancy present. So that is not pay yourself, that is paying the person who sold you that item. So please don't do that. So by paying yourself, what I mean that pay down your debt or pay put that money into your bank account. But before you do that, it's very important that you use the excess money to pay down your debt as fast as you can, because those interests is really going to add up. So you need to pay it down as fast as you could. Once you do that, you can continue paying yourself the money and put it into your bank account, so that you can have a savings, so that you can have yourself covered during emergency. And once you do that, you can start thinking about investing, but that would be for another topic. So that would be all for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I was making it. Please subscribe and smash the like button if you find value in this video. Do leave us a comment down below if you have any other topics or coin that you would like us to cover, and we may cover it in the next video. So cheers, and until next time!